Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire in the Steam Release Series, episode number 21. No decisions. It's going to mess up my flow, but let's look at what happened. Not much. So, Perfectorosa, who soon is fast becoming a friend. Movement in the east. That's it. Videogram shows us serpentinization. So this gives us energy for water. We've discovered missiles, which is an upgraded rocket. Although I've been advised, the comment section has advised me and everyone else, I guess. Rocket's not so good, so we'll stick with our artillery. That's music to my ears, really. Very stormy day over here in real life, Tortuga's house, so hopefully no issues there. Doubtfully there will be issues, but hopefully it's not too much background noise. Okay, so we skipped decisions because we're done with that. Go right to trade. I don't know if we have much trade to be done. Metals, I think we're actually okay on metal. You can see it plummeting, minus 400, but I don't suspect we're going to need to do anything there. Probably sell some fuel. This is a reasonable enough rate that I'll get rid of a fair amount of it because we're almost nearing the stockpile limit. So yeah, no, I don't. And by that I mean I think we're like halfway there or something, but I'll take 500 credits. Won't be selling anything else. We're again going to be trying to hold on to some of the rare earth metals at this point, even though it is nice in a pinch to buy something. Do we want to buy any more high-tech parts though? They're up to almost 500. We can get 5 of them for the cost of 2,500, and then we could sell rare earth metals. I think that might be an exchange we want to just keep trying to pad our future. This saves us the need to build high-tech parts for a little bit longer. And we're pretty much at the point where we can build machine parts. I think that we can produce the raw materials for machine parts at this point, so that's not a big deal. But we'll very soon have industry, and then we'll be producing them ourselves, probably more than we need. I think we're going to do this. It's a huge investment. And then, yeah, we'll sell some rare earth metals because just want to make up for that difference. And I haven't even really thought about how to get to aircraft in this, since I don't feel like they're necessary to get right away. That might be just because I haven't played a game with them far enough to really tell their effectiveness. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's it. Okay, so trade, assets, and construction. So we know what we're doing here. This is much more just about these demetallization plants. 3 turns here, 3 turns here. We're locked together. So 3 more turns of minus 400, and we're barely going to eke out enough metal. But we know that basically we only have 2 more turns of this because we've already paid for the last turn prior to the turn that they complete. That I don't know if that is what I wanted to say, but hopefully you understand that we don't have 3 turns left of payments. We only have 2 turns because when it says 1 turn left, we've already paid the metal. So it means we only have 2 more turns and we should be okay. That should leave us at 400. I think that this might even be more metal than we need. We might be paying for the Gigoya's one in advance. And we might have already paid for more than just one extra, like 1 turn in advance for the Hulken one. I don't know exactly how this works, but I just have this, it's kind of funny, these gut feelings about how things are working without investigating them completely. But the guardsman Gary, always on the case. Anyways, it's fun. Everyone's contributing in chat at this point, or in the comment section. A good number of people. So hopefully you guys are still learning from the game, or at least enjoying this series. I like every now and then the idea crosses my head. As soon as we pass the 20 episode mark, I'm like, okay, we're in already pretty deep. Should we be? Should I keep going? I mean, there's a lot of content out there I want to be doing, and here we are in Shadow Empire. Is that the right course? But I generally do like to stay the course on series. I neglected the previous Shadow Empire one. Somehow, I don't know, this game loses me towards the end, though. We'll see if that happens again. Are aircraft going to change that? I doubt it. So, Gary, just to respond to a comment that Gary made, but this just provokes an interesting comment for me. Well, what I think is interesting. I enjoy the endgame of Advanced Tactics Gold much more than the way things progress in this. I can't really just... it's just a simpler way forward. It feels like a very achievable victory objective. And this is infinitely achievable as well. I mean, it's very clear what the objective is. It's just hard to do. Okay, strategic cards. I don't think we have anything to do here. Could be sending spies. Let me take a look at possibilities here. Yeah, Prefecturesso is pretty big, and they actually count as 2 zones. Might be... yeah, I really don't think that there's anything... This might be interesting to find out what all is here. And it's almost a guaranteed critical success. Right. Not quite. Wait, what? No, we rolled a 40. It's not a guarantee. I misread this. It's a guaranteed success, but it's not a guarantee. Let's put... There it is. We do expect that, yeah. It's a coin flip whether it's a critical success. So we got our coin flip. Perfect odds there. Probability comes through in the most probabilistic way. Hooray. Next we have build roads. I don't think I need to do this, although can't we just have so many industrial points. Is it time yet to start building railroads? No, I want to capture Salzburg before... I mean, I guess I could be building a railroad out this way. Eventually we're going to need it. But at the same time, eventually I'm going to need a railroad station in Halkin before that matters, so... Yeah, we don't need that yet. Raise formations. That's curious. I mean, I guess we need to wait for demineralization to finish first, then we can start doing that. But we can actually start doing that. We can actually start getting our assault guns, which I think that's gonna be the instrument which leads to Lossheim's demise. And then we move. Okay, good. So military stuff. Staying there. Gonna finish these guys off over here. Should we do bombardment first? Well, I mean, I guess it just makes sense because it can potentially reduce casualties.
Roger that.
That seemed very underwhelming, but still seems like the right thing to do. Please, no more deaths.
All clear, sir.
Good. Okay, let's move the... No, never mind, they all just finished that, so no movement to be done. We're gonna wait for these guys to come out of the hills. No sense in chasing them. Yeah, so we're pretty much good over there. I guess I can move these guys back down this way, just to protect the city. Do I really care about that? So the only problem with me deserting this area is just I don't want to lose this territory. In case there happens to be... like... Now that I probably don't need it, but like a metal mine, which would be really nice. How is it that within all this territory there's not a single metal mine? Come on, Vic. You gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be a metal mine in all of this. This is a huge territory. Not one single metal mine? How many metal mines are supposed to exist on a planet? I think that I would prefer the game if it was less about demetallization plants and just had more mines, so they became more of a strategic resource that you had to fight for, like, I mean, this is a little bit more like Civilization, the game, but I kind of enjoy that, like little strategic points. Right now, the only strategic points are cities. I don't really think anything else is super valuable. I mean, I want them recycling areas, scavenging opportunities, but that's not that big of a deal. Okay, so this unit is actually going to move and help, although it is in the mountains. There's some areas which aren't in the mountains. He's going to move down there. Why? Because I'm just going to hold the line here. The main objective in the west is just hold the line. Hopefully they attack us, and then we get good kills. And the tank is just going to go kill off these other units, which are kind of annoying me. I just want to push my border out to like real entities that I can establish a real fixed border with, and then just leave it there and then abandon it. Kind of like what I can do with Prefecturesso now, or even Zalillo. I kind of forgot about them, but I can just leave my border, and that's really nice. So you guys are still out of supply. The most opportune place to send a road south is right here. I don't think it'll hurt that much. Just build a dirt road. at least one hex. That should solve their supply problem, I think. Okay, I'll go one more. That might be at the This might be at the point where we would need another supply truck, though. Wait, I didn't ever cancel my supply base here, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should belong here. I could build a supply base here. It'd only take 50 and 50. Might want to do that. And then delete the other one. Although, so the weird thing is, you know what? It should be that when you go through a truck station that these count as... No, that wouldn't work. Like, it wouldn't work if it counted as a truck station, because that means that it would be a truck station the place that you're in first, but... I don't want to put a supply station on every branching path. It just seems annoying. Okay, well, let's not worry about it. Let's just do our bombardment and end the turn. I think that's all we have left.
Locking on target.
At least we're doing actual damage this time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how are we doing? Transport Hub 1 and Bureaucratic Offices were both obliterated, so is Waste Disposal Service. Industry 1 obliterated. Schools are everything's taking damage. Yep, we're wearing them down. This is it. We've begun the final siege. So, another artillery and then a whole group of tanks is what we need, and then we'll be perfectly okay. Okay, well, that's this turn, so let's jump to the next one. Wow, good. 12 minutes. It's like some kind of record. Okay. I think we're going to be in really good shape this turn to get a lot of stuff done. We play the history. Nothing happened again. Salzburg always makes me nervous. I really do want to focus towards Salzburg. If last time I hadn't gotten in the way and done this stupid thing, just very inconvenient that they decided to declare war on me for nothing. So we got lucky because I forgot about this, but our civilization has raised high enough to satisfy some promise we made. Hooray! Hydroponics is complete. That's very good. We finished our mechanized artillery, mechanized something, whatever. It wasn't, I think it's the one after mechanized artillery, but we finished this design, and we have a new design, perfectly in lockstep. That's so wonderful. Polymer armor, amazing that we have this. That's going to be my #1 priority for military research after cluster bombs. Discovered a new order of battle. I might need to pump some more points into the staff council. They're very slow at, operationalizing those orders of battle. Good set of cards here, so good turn overall. Start with decisions. New organization. Oof, let's come back to it. But I think I'm going to do applied science here, and we'll talk about that when I look at the tech tree, which I'm going to be looking at for a different decision that came up, which is this one, Economic Council. Let's just dive right into it. What do we want to do? Water purification, volcanic energy trapping, serpentinization. I could probably say the word if I wasn't thinking about it. Serpentinization, yeah. Deep core mining, physical storage, water soil recomposition, mining techniques. Not mining composition, not mining techniques for sure. Not the soil composition one either, because I think, where's that one? Water, yeah. So what I want to do is make sure we start unlocking three techs in various things. #1 for me, the one I want the most is advanced engineering. Kind of offended as an engineer that all of them in here except for air, well, even air to a degree, are military techs. Come on, advanced engineering is more than just military, but that's fine. We'll let that go for the time being. I want this because, first of all, I want the things it has. It's got great military tech that I really want, but on top of that, it unlocks really good things as well. Unfortunately, that's not a path we can pursue without doing military, and we're going to do polymer armor first. Knowing we're going to do polymer armor means that we might as well do one of the ones in advanced chemistry, because after polymer armor, we'll have 3, and that'll unlock propulsion and atomics. So there's okay stuff in here. Radiation cleansing is nice, but I'm basically doing it just to do it, just to unlock these. Jetpacks are actually pretty cool too. Electric engines, we don't really have a fuel shortage. High-speed rail, we don't even have rail yet, so yeah, but we're getting into the deeper tech, that's so cool. So we're getting there. It's really nice. So we'll probably go with serpentinization, just to finish off the 3 that we need to unlock the next tier. Otherwise, machinery to unlock automation and heavy machinery. We could do water purification, even though it's probably the one we need the least. Volcanic energy tapping. I don't even know where the volcanoes are. Are there any volcanoes near me? I don't see any. Am I blind? I don't think we have any volcanoes in easy reach. So that one's not going to be that important. So anyways, long story short, we're going to go with serpentinization for now.
Yes, sir.
Just do it. Just commit. It's also something which is pretty useful to do. So having finished, yeah, there was mechanized artillery. We're now going to move on to rocket launcher. Just to do it, just get out of the way. And we'll do the big rockets. I think it's the same kind of idea here. Seems like artillery, the biggest punches, the better. Rocket launcher only fires for 1 combat round. Does that mean this is actually 3 times the metal and IP? And I mean, I think I'm going to do minimum here. Well, I don't think we're going to ever use this unit, so it's not that big of a deal, but just in case. Yeah, so total weight here is 350, 365, which means probably this one, 380 amp. So we'll do the heavy diesel engine. I know I already mentioned how it's not really important to do heavy diesel when you can just do double diesel, but there it is. We did it. It's not a design that matters too much to me.
Roger that.
Applied science, I'm just going to commit to it because there's a lot of, if I go back to the tech tree, a lot of applied science things which are now open. So applied management doesn't go anywhere. We don't need to use it to unlock other things. In fact, the applied science stuff usually kind of makes sense, by the way, that applied science is already applying some theory that you discovered, or yeah, and then you apply it. So applying things may not necessarily lead to further research. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think that applied science is going to be necessary to unlock new things, but some of the things that it by itself unlocks could be useful. Education methods. Improves the education at our universities. I don't know. I'm not sure about a lot of those things. I haven't done a lot of the applied science ones. I think that my applied science council in my... I don't think this was in the Dune series. It might have been in my personal playthrough. Was stuck on one of those linear ones, and it was just doing it forever, and I forgot about it, and it probably didn't get very far down the tech tree. Okay, cultural exchange with Prefectoresso. We'll do it. I don't really care. So we'll just do it. And then a big pain in the butt, we have some setback to one of our goals. I'm probably going to choose meritocracy here because I do like democracy. I'm going to try to keep it going. I think we're going to, we're kind of committed. Somebody mentioned in the comments that at this point, our people, the people who are in their positions, are probably in their positions and liking us because of the things we've chosen. So I don't know if we'll end up making the big switch out of any of these, as I've been teasing. The one that still makes sense to me is going to meritocracy, so this is going to make a little more sense. But yeah, we haven't gotten it yet. We just need to do 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9. Enough times. Well, now it's yeah, that's 0.9. Oh no, this is 0.89. 0.91, sorry. 0.91 times 0.91, whatever. It's close enough. So we do that enough times, and eventually it should get us to a low enough number that we can actually achieve private careers. It's been that way for a while. I think maybe 6 turns. So what's 0.9 to the 6th? 8, 7, 6. I don't know. It's probably around 0.55. So we should get close. We're about to a coin toss about whether or not we pick that up every turn. Okay. Which isn't true. Of course, it's just another roll of the dice at just a 9% chance. But in the long term, you would expect not to miss that many rolls. Okay, so let's say yes. Kind of rambling. I mean, we have a good opportunity. It's only 20 minutes in. We got through the decisions. I think we have a chance to go full 3 turns in this episode. That would be great. So, trade. I think there's nothing for us here. Metals, we're not going to sell metal. We don't need to sell anything really because we have money. And the things that we would probably consider selling, like rare earth. By the way, I regret selling fuel. I was thinking about it, and it's probably better for us to stockpile fuel. So we're just not going to sell anything here. And as far as buying goes, We're probably not going to buy if we're not going to sell, because I like to keep a nice monetary reserve. Nothing here which is cheap enough to warrant buying, so we just close out. But yeah, what's our stockpile? Yeah, it is 12,000, so we have plenty of stockpile. We can just let the fuel accrue. There's plenty of alternatives to using fuel, so it's not like it's not like we're hurting for fuel, but I just don't think selling it is worthwhile. So, big move, by the way, that this guy moved out of the mountains. I'm so happy about that. So we'll be able to kill that unit. His own folly. Okay, so trade assets. Now, look at, we rounded the corner already. We're only losing 200, and I think that might be all of the demetallization requirements done. So I'm going to be a little bold here. I'm going to go to Gagoyes, and they're only on Bureaucratic Office 2. I'm going to upgrade them to Bureaucratic Office 3.
Aye, aye, sir.
So that's 200 metal per turn for 3 turns. Money well spent, in my opinion. We'll see if that ends up causing us a problem. I'm pretty sure it won't. In fact, we could pay out the 600 out of pocket right now and probably still be okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a big deal. Now, the one thing I want to do right after Gagoyes finishes their demetallization plant is get them working on demetallization too, because that's really where the metal economy is going to just be churning. Just really producing a lot of metal, and we'll be in such good shape. And that'll be very exciting to just be able to pump out a ton of units. Well, I mean, I don't even know what our limit will be beyond that. Doesn't look like recruits is that big of a story yet, but eventually at some point something else is going to become the cap when metal no longer is the cap. What will that be? I don't know. Hopefully not food, because that's one that, well, no, I guess that's not that hard to solve. Recruits? Interesting. I don't know what it'll be. Probably metal for a long time. Could even be industrial points, although we have a ton of those. What's the... Okay, we got to watch out. Well, not anytime soon, but these can only get up to 12,000 themselves. So, and as soon as we start doing rails and all that, that will just bleed away very quickly. Okay, so check city happiness. I haven't done this, but I will do it now. 100, 100, 185. Doing good. Populations are still growing, which is good to see. Strategic cards. Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at what we discovered. Wow. It is a big splotch of land, huh? Huh, and there is another minor region here. And another non-aligned force. Okay, that's cool. This is all ours for the taking, really. Energy. Another energy. Mercenary posts for recruits. Okay, well, I mean, those are all valuable things. I don't know how we'll end up getting the supply to get down here. Is there a place where I would want to build a road? Okay, so there's a mine. It looks like only one. Hi. Yeah, it looks like the biggest break in the mountain is right here. There's only 2 high mountain points, which is still obviously prohibitive to build over. But not for dirt roads. For dirt roads, we actually have the industrial points to do it. Which happens to be exactly where my dirt road went. Perfect. Okay, well, that problem resolved itself very nicely. So, first of all, we move in here just to make sure that they can't retreat back into the mountains. Then we move here to kind of pinch that off. And I wish I might. We could get a buggy in here. Okay. I want to do the bombardment first. Actually, recon has already been established, so if I can do this... I might even just do... Okay, let's do the bombardment first. No return fire expected. We're just blowing up buildings. Getting a few hits here and there. That's nice. Oh, yeah, kill. Woo! But they're going to replenish it next turn anyway. So the main thing is this. Okay. Library 1 destroyed. Light Industry 2 and Biofuel 2 was destroyed. And everything else is taking damage. Okay, fair enough. So now you're actually going to move down here and help defend. Now, what is the attack? Oh, wow. Oh, should we just do it? Does anybody have artillery? I think we could survive one turn, lend this guy to the attack just to get this over with. Wow. He's garbage. So don't... What do these guys have? Just rifle militia, which don't have very much hard attacks. So this should be a victory. I think it'll be a victory if we manage to... If we actually manage to kill them before we run out of points. So let's do it.
Go, go, go!
Come on. Yeah, we got him. Good. That was worthwhile in the end. Very good. Okay, so you can just move back here for moral support, I guess. We didn't end up needing you. You guys will all be able to move back up north. Fair enough. And we're one step closer. And we have some pink saber snakes to go kill. Yeah, but I'm really glad we spent our spies this way. And the territory we have revealed here, the spies won't die off very quickly because this is like uninhabited. There's no real counter espionage that goes on. So I found that my spies stay alive in these zones for quite a while. Yeah, but speaking of, I think we're going to have to get somebody for the... well, I'll do it next turn. I was going to say, we're going to have to get somebody for the new position. The applied science one. Okay, so move, head, nose to the grindstone. Nothing up here. At least these guys are all done with their operations. I would like to do some bombardment, but I don't know where the enemy troops are. I think that the enemy must be right there, though. Because we lost this hex, and I don't think I think that hex was ours previously. So we'll make a little effort to move up there. Want to keep some units over here so that when they come down, we can try to cut them off or something. And that does seem the best way to be dealing with this. Just cut them off and then close on, close in and eventually eliminate. Because even if they're surrounded, you don't have to attack. You can just wait for them to attack. Or I don't know if militia, the raiders, actually bleed out from lack of supply, but well, hopefully they do. I don't think they do, but that would be the best way of dealing with it. Just starve them out. Because attacking into the high mountains is not good. Okay, so I think that's it. This turn's done. We can actually move on to another. It's crazy. Well, okay. Not much happened on the history, but we have some decisions which are unfortunately a bit upsetting. It's really good that I paused. Actually, I think I looked at this history. I think I watched it, but kind of only halfway. I was looking at some other stuff. Turns are getting to be about, yeah, that's it. 5 minutes or so on my computer, which is the top of the line CPU, so they're taking longer. Model is completed. Cluster bombs is done. We got the order of battle back for our armored, so yes, just in time for our metal. We have something we can spend it on. Automated clinic, which is... I can't remember what this does. I really can't remember what it does. Emergency clinic from an era long gone. Has many robotic arms that perform better than many doctor. Several issues with that, but anyway, I don't think it's quality of life health, is it? But no, the population growth one is the cloning vats, and we already have that, right? Yeah. So it's not that. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna do it. Which one should I put it on, though? I might put it on Gagoyas, which is pretty much stabilized as a fantastic city. So let's do it here. Okay, so let's find out what it is. I'm going to jump to strategic cards first. There it is. Nice. It doesn't tell me what it's going to do, which is unfortunate. But let's go find out. I can always reload. Oh, no, I can't. was going to say I can reload the save game, but that's from the end of the turn, last turn, and then we don't... Well, I mean, then it would be a new turn. I could do that still, I guess, but we wouldn't be guaranteed to end up with this card, I don't think. Okay, so please tell me what you do. You just produce quality of life health. Okay, well that's not necessarily the worst thing to have played on Gagoya's, but if I had known that that was exactly what it would do, which certainly was what if I had to guess, that's what it would do. That's what I would guess. Anyway, I would probably play it on like a new city that was having problems with population happiness. So speaking of population happiness, I'm just going to show you these decisions, but just know that despite holding out as long as we could, commerce is going to be utterly wrecked this turn because we have 10 decisions and a lot of them are going to be like this. So we have, we'll get to it in order. We'll do the policy speech last actually because as the numbers drop, I hope that we'll get more from the commerce if we end up doing that. I might even just go with mind. Let's see, recon. Of course, we just did the spy to get a lot of recon, which means that we wasted potential recon we could easily get. Honestly, out of these, I think the easiest one to achieve is probably the private assets. Although quality of life, that one's doable as well. Anyways, incident with perceived happiness or cowardice. I think we're going to just ignore the leader's actions. It'll give a small amount of unrest in Halkin, but that's okay. I can deal with that. I actually wouldn't mind doing something which would increase... Oh, Dumford is our secretary. I don't need to increase his relations. I don't really want a heart to go up. However, mine dictates heart. It only goes up 2, and 74-27 will mean most likely, I think it's like a 2/3 chance that heart will be the one that reduces and not mind. I can actually do this. I don't really want Thumford to be upset at me. Yeah, I mean, well, that's just the thing, isn't it? I don't really want Thumford to be upset at me. The reason I like this decision is actually because it doesn't... the relations are good with Burke, which I prefer. But 1 point is probably not enough to sour a relation with my secretary. So we'll just choose this first one. Okay, so what's our new... we got to go over and look at the different models or formations that we now have. So operational discovered. Here we go. So RPG, we have, well, just what it says. RPG troops with infantry, siege infantry, which is infantry and artillery. Again, I really don't understand that one. Doesn't, I mean, people have explained it in the comments, I understand, but I don't think it's good. We have this mechanized light infantry, which is just armored transport, so APCs with infantry. Manpower requirement, again, I just think it's silly. But otherwise, it's not a bad one. I would probably be doing this one instead. Because the machine guns are still pretty decent on the attack. I think. Unless there's other modifiers now that I'm not aware of. Which seem to be cropping up left and right. Mechanized heavy infantry, this one might make a little bit less sense to me. Because that strikes me as a very defensive unit. Heavy armor army. Probably unnecessary. Because we're going to be doing a lot of medium armor, I think. And then this light armor grenadier army. This is interesting. This is interesting. It's truly combined arms. I like this a lot, actually. Let's do this light armor one. I like that one a lot. So the latest one, it's 480, but I think it's a good one, and it'll keep our staff council busy for a while. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to this one. I did not even prepare. Well, I do know the things we should do, which is we need to get armor, the armor skirts, side skirts on our armor. So does that mean we should be doing... We haven't operationalized a light armor army, have we? Actually, I think maybe we have. Light armor core is, in fact, armor. Okay, good. So maybe this is the first upgrade we want to do. Although we're so close to getting polymer armor. Not so close, as in maybe not yet immediately, but... Alright, I'm actually going to have to pause and come back to the model design one. Let's push on for the time being. Battle Dojo discovered in Halkin, and yet this is another one which is probably going to be what kills this. Because if we allow the Battle Dojo to continue, it will give us 200 recruits per free, per round, and that's just too hard to pass up. 13 enforcement is going to destroy any hope of us getting the population bonus. Sad. It's sad, but I just can't see a way around it. Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, now we have a rogue doctor, and I think that I would like to close his lab, which is, poor Burger's just going to be, because I don't know what the consequences are of leaving him. It says, however, it seems his experiments are of a very twisted nature. His field of research is mutations and disease. Some people think he poses a risk. I think... Wait, he seems to be cooperating with our own scientists on a non-official basis. So if we do nothing for now, does he give us a research bonus? I think so, right? Let's do nothing for now just to see. Okay, policy speech, we have resettlement. So, look, at this point, it's a moot point, right? Commerce is just dead. So, at this point, we can actually go with refuse. Although, I actually want the 1,400 people. So, we're going to sacrifice democracy as well. Gosh, terrible.
Acknowledged.
All right, we're down to these decisions. Applied military. Okay, so military research, we can do this one. Yeah, when I said it's almost ready, I mean that we're starting at this turn, so definitely not ready already. Gas-powered small arms is tempting, but yeah, let's do the polymer armor. It's just a lot we can get from that. All right, so let's go ahead and pick... I don't think... Is there anybody even in the pool right now? Yeah, there's not. So, we need somebody. Let's pick a senior.
Copy that.
How are you? Wow. Perfect. You're perfect. You're signed. And before I did that, I probably should have seen commerce. Okay, well, I'm most unfortunate that the commerce is going to drop, but it should remain high enough that he and I will remain friends. Okay, discovery versus research. I think we'll prioritize research, because discoveries, I think we're making discoveries already.
Copy that.
What do we want to focus on first? Okay, armored piercing, which is apparently the current target. Conventional small arms, conventional gun optimization, vehicle armor. Vehicle armor sounds good. Fuel efficiency, not necessary. Prospecting optimization, that might be one we need to do. Communication techniques, ice mining. Definitely not ice mining. Let's look. So, man, conventional small arms. More punch-packing small arms against soft targets. However, at some points, this might increase the amount of ammunition used. That's fine with me. Conventional gun ammunition. The velocity of your guns, so a higher speed increases armor penetration. I wonder if that works on my tanks as well. If that does, that's actually very appealing. Personal armor, this is just definitely is not a bad thing. The only good can come from this. So the more we optimize the protection, our suits. So the more we optimize, the more protection our suits and personal armor will give. That's a good one. Armor piercing as well, which is what he's currently researching, I guess. Improves the lethality of your small arms and guns versus armored targets. Okay, so that sounds similar to one of the other ones we've done. Vehicle armor optimization. This is like a, I think, really good one. This tech makes your armor of your AFVs, armored fighting vehicles, more potent and durable. It concerns improvements in alloys and layering of armor to provide better protection. Okay, fuel efficiency. What it says, and prospecting. Improves your prospecting efforts and will quicker reveal to you any hidden resources in your zones. This represents laborious fine-tuning and tinkering to sensor equipment. Man, that's tough. We're not really fighting right now. I think soft attack is going to be the most important. It might also be important for us to just do vehicle armor optimization, because if I want to do some refits. So let's do that. I think I'm going to do vehicle armor optimization, but interested to hear what other people think is a useful one. What's communication techniques? Did I see that? Communication techniques, here it is. Improve entertainment. Yeah, we don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, we do, but not as much as I care about vehicle armor optimization. Very good. Okay, so let me pause and think about this. Okay, well, I don't know what the best choice is, but I definitely have a choice which I think is useful. I want to upgrade my light tanks. It's only going to cost 40. We're not going to change the howitzer gun. We're going to give them better armor, and that's going to force us to use the heavy diesel. It's 400 engine power for exactly 400 total weight.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good to me. So that'll also add the armored skirt, so hopefully that works out better. Now, I think commerce is totally boned here. So 28. If it drops by 8 and this dropped by 6, that's not going to happen. So this is going to drop by probably 12 and this one by 6. Does that make sense? Doesn't work out either. 22 and 78 maybe. Yeah, that could be it. So I mean, if I'm just wondering. I think this is the easiest one to do, but democracy. I mean, democracy is getting just slaughtered by meritocracy now. Do I want to fight back against that? Out of these, what's the one that's most easiest for me to achieve? Quality of life in our zones to reach 63 is probably the right answer. Although I think I prefer commerce. Ironically, if we don't choose the democracy, we'll probably have less quality of life if our democracy keeps dropping, because we'll lose the plus bonus to our quality of life. And the political bonus, somebody mentioned this. Oh my gosh, what the heck was it? It was just a bonus to my political points. That's right. And that is good. I didn't realize it was something so simple. That's really nice to know. And it's kind of stupid that I didn't know it, I guess. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. Commerce is +2. It's really hard to do that. I'm going to go with the democracy here.
Roger that.
Well, I'm still trying to push towards commerce, but it's going to be an uphill battle. So we finally got through decisions. There's 10 of them. Long amount. Lots of decisions. Alright, rare earth metals can be sold for something again. Radioactives are always expensive, but not something I want to sell. We have 6,000, so we don't really need to buy anything right now. I think we're okay. So metal, we did drop by almost 400, but that's fine because we know that demetallization finishes next turn. And it'll probably be a couple of turns before we can upgrade the demetallization in Kagoyas, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't really see anything here I want to buy. So we'll leave everything as is. We'll go to assets. First, happiness, city happiness. Still upgrading by 2 every turn, which is nice to see. Let me actually see the reason why. No, good. Yeah, we're just looking good overall. Quality of life and money. Assets. So this is 1 turn left. This is 1 turn left and 2 turns left. Okay, yeah, so in 2 more turns, I should say next turn we'll be only positive on metal. That'll be our first, I guess in 2 more turns that's our first opportunity to see how much metal we're actually making, which would be good. Okay, check city happiness, strategic cards. Did I already play? I think I already played the zone one, right? Yeah. And we're actually stocking up a few of these commercial projects. No, sorry, investor backing. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe I should play that. I actually think I should play it in Halkin, because Halkin, I saw that Gagoyas was building a bunch of stuff, but let's put one in Halkin. 2,200 goods. Then I'm going to save the rest for new cities. So that's that. Raise formations. Well, man, military formations just end up being like the last thing I end up trying to get. Is there any sense in, like, what are we trying to do here? Oh, there's the battle dojo way over there. Holy heck. Where's the doctor? The evil doctor. Does he appear on the map? If he does, I don't know where he appears. Agrodome, ice mine. Shouldn't I just be destroying this? Well, I don't want to bog down the turn. I can feel it. It's starting to slow down. It's starting to slip away from me. I need to spend more time. One. Good. Let's do the military stuff, because I think build roads, raise formations, move militaries. Yeah, so what do we want to do on that front? I don't know where this guy is, so we'll keep pushing maybe my artillery up. Don't see him. Okay, well, that aggressive for no reason. I see that this is happening. I don't know why we're suddenly gaining border over there. They made a crazy dive, as we can see, but usually they just end up getting cut off for doing that. And nothing good comes of it.
Locking on target.
We'll continue our reign of terror. You know, I really do need to save metal for just a little bit in order to get just one group of assault guns out. They're just going to help so much. Yeah, I think that we can even, and we can suffer a few casualties. I don't want to, but we can. We can take these guys out. We can take these light tanks out. Even with their assault guns, which have the 50% penalty, they're still like, I think, double. Especially on the attack, they're like way better than those. So, what's next? I don't know. We got to lure this guy out. This unit's been stuck here for way too long. I keep thinking, why is that unit there? Let's move them up here. Just 10 wolves? That's weird. What's our odds? Yeah, not good. Okay, so we'll have to improve heart attack at some point. I don't think there's anything we really want to do right now. It's kind of weird. We're in this limbo. We can't really do any damage to them. They can't do any damage to us. We're static on all fronts. I don't know. I'm at an impasse on how to play properly from here. Yeah, so I think we'll just keep trying to manage our metal situation. Oh yes, awesome. So we did find an artifact thing here. That's what's generating the artifacts. That's good to know. What do I have here? Is it a recycling 2? Good, so we won't deplete that too quickly. Okay, well, fair enough. That's it. We'll just call this video to a close here. Call this turn to a close. I'll see you back for the next one. At least our staff members, I mean, the other folks with us are all high capacity or capability. So we're looking good there. I don't really know how's the best way to approach this. I mean, I basically want to go to war with Salzburg, but I need assault guns first, so yeah, we'll just wait a couple turns for demilitarization to kick in and then assault guns and go from there. So I probably just need to keep these turns very short. Maybe there's nothing to do because I don't need to do anything. I just need to wait. Oh, didn't rest? This just started this turn, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for the next video. 3 turns, hooray! Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.